There you go. There's the camera. Get my keys and everything off here. Get my glasses. I'm not giving you my ID, and you're welcome to come on the vessel. And you don't have any qualifications to step on this vessel. As a master of the vessel, we're denying you access. Thank you. Have a good day.
So Matthew, as I said before, I'm Senior Constable Chandler from Karora Police. Just to let you know, my body-worn camera is activated and recording that conversation.
You were quite clear about that before, Senior Constable.
Yeah, so you've just identified yourself as representing the company of this boat, is that right? This vessel?
I'm not going any further with this conversation. You've shown me that you're completely alien to us and negative to us, so I don't see why I would want to help any of you.
I'm here to prevent a breach of the peace and assist the Council Rangers.
We'll tell them to leave and deal with it through official levels instead of to keep returning here and antagonising us. From the moment they rocked up at our workplace, out of their council area, we ain't playing anymore. We're not. That's what you did. What you guys did rocking up at that boatyard was disgusting. You put us off our game at a working at heights environment for a good 2 hours. You saw our other crew up on top of the bridge there. Yeah? You did that to us. You think that's acceptable and you want to come here and make out we've done something wrong. Please don't. Right? Please don't. Let's run over this again now I've got this camera going. Right?
So the vessel is moored here at a public dock.
Look, mate, Yallumbara is a ferry wharf. It has been a ferry wharf for the last 50 years until they passed a resolution in 2019, as we discussed, to cheat and create monopoly to get us out of here so the green ferries can run the show. Right? That's all it boils down to. So we, as a responsibility to the business, our families and our incomes, cannot recognise this ridiculous council's allegation that this is a public wharf. We can't do that.
These aren't new signs and times. They've been there for years.
Years, mate. Years. And it's just, what, you think you can just change the rules, change the laws? Councils, you're on report. No, they haven't. They haven't, mate. There is no appropriate channels.
There was no community consultation, no consultation with us.
All that. There's no chance. They won't even tell us why they write us.
That's rubbish, mate.
Won't even tell us why they write us the fines.
Where is the email? We never got it.
One person at a time.
We never got no email.
If you would like answers to your questions, you do need to let me speak. Otherwise,
all right.
All right. Well, I've asked this to all of you Rangers. Where are those emails? Where did they go? What email address? Because they are non-existent.
The company has been advised that this wharf is no longer to be used, and I believe that 2 years' notice was given for you to find an alternative arrangement.
It's rubbish, mate. We have no emails.
So over a week ago, we issued a notice of intention under the Local Government Act.
We're in Port Stephens.
Given the opportunity to respond to that notice of intention, we served one copy to the vessel and one copy to the company address. We haven't received representations on that notice.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you have. What about Bush's lawyer?
We haven't heard
what about Bush's lawyer?
Any lawyers representing the company at this point in time.
More lies and more lies.
Well, at this point in time, we have not received representation from a legal practitioner.
Again, we can't believe anything you say. You never
That's
respond to us. You never call us back.
All we need from you today is some identification, sir, because you have identified yourself as the second skipper of this vessel previously.
I'm not showing you my identification. It would be a danger for me. It is an irresponsible action from me to give people as questionable as you my ID or any of my information. It would be an absolute criminal offence by me. Right? Simple as that. Now, I'm denying any of you access to this vessel as well, and you know that you're not allowed.
They're investigating offences. You've identified yourself as a skipper on this vessel, so you are required by law to provide your identification. If you don't provide your identification, you may be committing an offence.
That's not a worry for me at all. You need to realise I've been going very big, right? Very big with this. We've got a very large following with what's going on. I've got around 5,000 that follow my media and all that kind of stuff. He's videoing now. You do this, and you try and drag me off this boat, you're going to look like a massive pack of clowns, I'll give you that.
So it's Matthew Burke, was it?
I'm not telling you anymore, mate. I'm not.
Well, I'd be satisfied, because I believe we do know your proper identity. I'd be satisfied without getting a licence out that you don't wish to provide, if you provided me with your name, date of birth and address.
That's some pretty good middle ground, eh? That's some pretty good middle ground. I'll work with you with that. Yeah. But before I do, you just mentioned an offence. What's the offence we're talking about here?
Not providing identification.
No, the other one. The other one, about the phone call.
About the phone call?
Yeah, the phone call. You're questioning me about my phone call.
No.
I'm trying to rack my brain here. I'm like, I didn't say or do anything. I didn't say or do anything in that phone call.
Do you want me to answer your question?
Okay.
Okay. So you need to stop speaking so I can answer you.
Yeah, cool.
The reason I asked you about your phone call is because you rang council's phone number and identified yourself as Matthew Burke, representing the company Jamala Charters Proprietary
See,
Limited.
I've just got to be real careful, right? Now, I know how all the wording works, and you say representing. If I
Well, that's
go,
what you said.
hold on. If I go with this, does this mean you're going to start individually attacking me with fines?
If you place the vessel here, you may be fined, as has happened to your colleague today.
What do they write that on you?
Hmm.
Wowza! Matthew Burke, 8th of February 1980. The postal address is 55 Gungahlin Street, Berrydale 2628. It's my mother's address, so the postal goes through there because I'm a transient sailor. I travel around a lot.
Yep. Can you
Alright.
spell that street address? for me?
Gungarlin.
And what was the suburb?
Berrydale, Berridale. What a hell of a file, you're going to enjoy it.
So just as I mentioned to your
Yep.
colleague before, the parking of the vessel here by a skipper in breach of the notice that has been issued.
Will get us individually
You
targeted.
can be individually fined as well as action taken against the company.
All right, cool.
Sorry
Yeah.
for bringing business into your town. We should be punished. Really.
lawful.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Should
It
have
needs to be done lawfully.
Unlawfully.
Alright, I think
Thanks
we're
for your
done
time.
today.
What you're doing
Thank
is
you.
unlawful.
Don't
What
be
you're doing is unlawful.
arrogant, mate.
See him shaking. All have a shit themselves, dude. Alright, shut up now.